So, what are the motions of the divine masculine and what are the motions towards the divine feminine? And the first card that was like flipped over in the deck, and I was like, that's a sign, I gotta take that, was imagination. So it says, I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of my mind. So their emotions are that they're using their imagination to explore their creativity, right? Explore possibilities. They're using their imagination towards this divine feminine to imagine what their life could be like with you. How do they see it working? Imagining how to communicate with you. Like, their imagination is something that they're tapping into more and getting out of kind of like a stressful state and just imagining how beautiful life can be. And they're nourishing it. They're nourishing those creative aspects by doing things that bring out their creative side, right? And imagining how things would look like being in a relationship with you, living a life with you, raising kids with you, whatever the case may be, they're imagining it with you. And then the other card that came out was change, and it says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So they know that something needs to change within this connection. Maybe you're going through a separation, a silence at the moment, and that's why they're using their imagination to come up with ways to end this silence, like how they're going to communicate, what they should say. And they know that change needs to happen in order to move this connection forward. That unless they choose to grow and evolve, look within, see things from a bigger perspective, then nothing's going to change in their life, right? Like, yeah, so nothing's going to change within this connection unless they choose to grow and evolve and progress forward, right? Like, have communication towards you, because or else things will just stay stagnant and you'll end up moving on and they'll feel like they missed their opportunity. And that they know that nothing can change unless there's honesty. So it says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So they know that they haven't been honest with you in the past, that they've hid their feelings, they've hid who they are truly, they've worn a mask, and they know that they need to be honest with what's been going on in their life, why they haven't expressed their feelings to you, and yeah, just what's been going on. And they know that they need to be honest with people in their lives, honest with family, friends, relationships, anything that they've been hiding who they are, anything that they've been misleading people about. They know that they need to be honest in order to be free. Like, hiding things from people doesn't get them anywhere. So they know honesty is the most important thing. And then this card was like, I had taken out cards and shuffled, and this card was left in the box. So I was like, oh, maybe that's meant to come out too. So courage, and it says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So they know they're trying to find the courage to be able to communicate with you. They know that change needs to happen and honesty needs to happen, and that's why they're imagining all these ways of how to communicate with you. But at the end of the day, they need to find the courage to be able to communicate with you, the courage to be honest with you, because I think that they're getting their mindset about that they could face rejection. You could already have moved on from them. So they're trying to get the courage before they miss this opportunity to communicate with you. And even their life, they're trying to have the courage to be honest with people. It takes courage to be honest, and they know that nothing's going to change unless they choose to be courageous, right? So that's the emotions towards you at the moment. So under imagination, I got divine masculine. So what I asked was, what does the divine masculine think about the divine feminine? So I think that what the divine masculine thinks is that the divine feminine thinks that you think that they are your divine masculine, that you see them as your divine masculine, that you have this twin flame divine connection, that they're coming into being their divine masculine. And this was under imagination, that you imagine them basically as your divine masculine. And then under change was freedom and surrender. So they think that, hold on. And then also the divine masculine could think that you're in your divine masculine power as well, that you've been taking aligned action, you're pursuing your goals, you're independent, if you're a single mother, you're raising your kids, you're in your strength. So they see that you're in your divine masculine power, because we all have divine feminine and divine masculine in us. And then under change, I was saying that this is freedom and surrender. So they think that in order for things to change, that you think that, actually, no, sorry, let me just first say this part, that you have freedom and you've surrendered, that you are free because you've made the difficult choices of pursuing your own path, right? Even if you might be in a situation where you have lots of pressure and lots of responsibility, you still are free from other people's opinions, listening to other people, how you should live your life, being a people pleaser, that you have surrendered to the Creator and trust that the Creator's leading you in the right direction. So they see that you're a free spirit and that you have this freedom and this surrender that is what's caused you to basically change, right? And that they know that in order for them to change, they need to be free and surrender as well. So the next thing under honesty was between the line, looks for what's hidden. So it's so funny that this is under honesty. So they think that, again, they need to be honest with you, right? The emotion that they know they need to be honest, and that you think that that there's something hidden that you're trying to read between the lines, that you're trying to figure out things, that you're still analyzing why things happened the way they did and what's going on in their life, and that you know that they need to be honest, right? Like, so you know that there's something hidden, and it's probably that they were hiding their feelings for you. It's probably that they're hiding that they were going through something in their life. Probably that they were hiding that something is still lingering, right? So they think that sorry, there's something else coming in, that you know that there's something hidden, right? But this could also be that they think that you're able to see what's hidden, that you're able to read between the lines. Without them saying anything, you can figure things out on your own. So they think that you have this skill, this psychic ability, where you're just able to see things through your intuition. You're able to figure out what's hidden. So when they be honest with you, it's going to be something that you're like, yeah, I already knew. Like, that was something I thought was going on. So you could read between the lines. And then under courage, snake came out, and I was like, oh, I need to clarify that. So I pulled another card, and lies came out. So under courage, what happens is that I think that, so 3 things. We have to put that out there, but I don't think that's the case, is that they could see you as a snake, that you're not what it looks like. So maybe that this whole thing that you're doing, posting on social media, that maybe that you're just pretending to be that person and that you're actually not that person, but you're really a snake on the inside, right? You're just pretending to be this optimistic, positive person, but you're a snake. But what I think that this means is that there could be someone that's still a snake in their life, right? That's literally holding them back, preventing them from moving forward with their lives, that's like a nightmare in their life that they can't seem to get rid of. Or they could have people in their life that are snakes and giving them bad advice. Or they could be that you think that they're a snake, right? They could think that you think they're a snake because they weren't honest with you that they're a snake, and that they're not what you thought they were. How you saw them in the beginning, they're someone completely opposite. But this is under courage, and it's like they could be acting like a snake because they're not taking the courage to show who they really are. So they're putting on this cold nature that's like a snake because they're hiding who they are. So it's not what they look like. They're putting on this cold nature, but that's not who they are on the inside. But that's why it seems like they're a snake. And then because I need to clarify it. Lies, keeping secrets, and honesty is here. It's not under honesty, but honesty is here. It's like you think that they are lying and keeping secrets because they're not being honest about their feelings, or they're lying about what's going on in their life, or that's why they're not saying anything because they don't want to lie to you about what's going on in their life, right? So they'd rather just be silent and not saying anything at all. Or they could think that you're lying and you're keeping secrets, and there's things that they don't know about you, right? So it could be either or, but I think that it's more so that they think that you think that they're being a snake, but not in that sense where they're being sneaky. It's more so that they're being cold and they're not showing who they really are, and because they're keeping secrets and choosing not to be honest with you. So let's pull some more. So the question I asked is like, what's the intention of the Divine Masculine? Like, what's going on in their mind towards the Divine Feminine? And the first card that I got was challenges. So it says, make a decision, work on inner healing. So their intention is that they've been trying to work on their inner healing. They want to work on their inner healing, and that they know they need to make a decision. They need to make a decision, or this is going to slip out of their fingertips. So they're still going through the process where they feel like they're healing. Maybe that's why they're not yet in their Divine Masculine, and you're in your Divine Masculine by taking action and doing the healing work. So it's like the challenge is that they're still healing, and that's what's preventing them from making a decision. But they know they need to make a decision. Their intention is to make a decision. And the next thing is they'll be back. So it says, expect to hear from them soon. So this was under change, right? So change and freedom, surrender, is that they want to come in, they want to communicate. Their intention is that they'll be back, basically, right? So expect to hear from them soon. And then it's funny because the next card that came out was communicate, and that's under. So yeah, communicate is under read between the lines and look what's hitting, because it's like they know they need to be honest with you. I lost that part, so I'm gonna have to say it again.